Neighbors, an app for Ring doorbell users, is typically used by people looking for lost pets or missing packages. But last week, horrified by ICE raids in and around Los Angeles, residents started using the Amazon app to alert their communities to immigration agents carrying out searches and arrests. Quote, it was very grassroots and it became a tool being used by people just trying to help keep neighbors safe, said Nick, a Southern California resident whose name isn't being published to protect her safety. Okay.
Yeah.
This is some resourceful shit. This is some pushback, you know?
It is. And it's interesting because it's like, it's become a theme inadvertently on our podcast, how much we talk about the surveillance state, because it's like we've had these sort of disparate, like separate privacy invasions that we have. I don't want to say allowed, because it's not like we had much choice in the matter. The data brokerage is my favorite example of like of what I'm trying to illustrate, of just like Facebook, Instagram scraping our data, and that data is just sold on these data brokerage websites, commercially available to anyone. And one of the most frequent customers is the CIA. Right. And to me, that shows what I'm trying to say, of just like all this privacy violations. Now the state can wield them in ways against us. But here we have an example of the people wielding the privacy violations, people wielding our self-imposed surveillance state to fight back against the state.
Yes, surveilling the surveillors.
Oh, yeah.
It's wild.
It is
There's
wild.
so much surveillance in the United States that there's like largesse. There's like excess surveillance that the surveilled can use to push back.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It reminds me of an article like a few years ago. I talked about this when I was on Redacted.
Yeah.
But CIA literal spies have complained, find it hard to do their job because of the surveillance state all over the place. Like everywhere you go around any city, you are being recorded on camera, whether it's security cameras outside businesses that are privately owned, or like license plate reader cameras that are set up by the police on every intersection, ring light cameras that are owned by residences. And it's like that footage is out there, and it can be commandeered, and police commandeer it, ICE commandeer it, but here we have the people commandeering it. And I have fun imagining like literal like Homeland Security agents being like, guys, don't you think the surveillance state has gone too far? I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of fucked up that they just know where we're going at all times. Like we have no sense of privacy. Like what kind of dystopian world is this?
Yeah.
Has anyone stopped to think about this?
This is a real issue.
What the hell's going on here?
Does the CIA have issue with all of the surveillance because they can't pinpoint what they want to find? Is that part of it?
No, it's because they can't go and be a secret spy anywhere.
Oh.
They can't go and be untraced. They can't make a fake alias, because every real person today has like a digital footprint that goes back years and years now. So creating a fake alias now is extremely difficult. To physically move around places unseen is impossible with all these things recording us everywhere. Having a fake identity because of biometrics now is impossible, because people can just like that know whether you're lying about your identity. So like spycraft is like it's not what it used to be. It's not like a Bond movie anymore. And if you're in a ICE white supremacist militia going around trying to kidnap Latinos people is getting hard now as well. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So you're telling me the fake ID I had in high school in the 90s wouldn't fly today, so I couldn't buy booze underage?
Yeah, probably not, bro.
Damn.
It sucks. Yeah.
That's all right. I went into the city and I got it. It was from the state of New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I made my name Seamus for some reason because I thought that'd be funny.
Because you're Irish and you
love
it.
my Irish shit. I love my Irish
There's no
shit.
denying it.
You know what I mean? Do you know Irish people were colonized and brutalized by the British for over 800 years?
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
Yeah, and then they moved here and became cops. So we'll call it even.
That's so true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
800 years of collective suffering wiped away. Like a couple generations of cops beating the shit out of black people in America.
I don't like to bring up that part.
Yeah.
800 years, Joffer.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's very true.
Yeah. That's so funny. Dude. Should we keep going?
Yeah.
While social media sites and Nextdoor have been used to highlight ICE activity across the U.S. in recent days, Neighbors has been especially popular, with dozens of posts reviewed by Forbes over the last week. It allows anyone to post on safety issues in their locale, and users can choose to include footage from their Ring doorbell cameras where relevant. As one community activist wrote on Facebook, quote, "Ring camera is saving so many families' lives and proving citizens are being harassed and beat up." Wow. Neighbors users remained vigilant in posts reviewed by Forbes over the last week, which featured photos and videos of ICE agents, including their locations, and in numerous cases, their vehicle type. Some posts had information on ICE agents near stores like Dollar Tree, McDonald's, Starbucks, and Target. 2 alerted communities to ICE operations nearby elementary schools. Others claimed that construction workers were being apprehended at sites across LA, including a Home Depot, in a June 10th post that was subsequently deleted. The LA protest began after immigration agents were spotted near a Home Depot in Paramount, though there was no actual raid at the store. Many of these alerts feature the ice cube emoji as shorthand for immigration officials.
Crazy. Just crazy reading the details of what it's like, just a reminder of what's going on. They are raiding elementary schools. They are raiding places of work. All that whole pretense of we're going after criminals is like completely out the window. It's in the forefront what they're doing. But I want to mention that like Amazon, the Ring camera does have like a little interesting history of like who gets to wield this surveillance tool, because and the article mentions it further down, but yeah, Amazon has not always been the hero of the people, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to their Ring cameras, because this was a problem for years. Last year they finally stopped doing this, but cops were taking the Ring, the doorbell, the footage, and using it as evidence. And basically, what that does is that it allows them, it like circumvents our Fourth Amendment rights. Like it allows them without a warrant to gain access to monitoring, our private lives. And it was happening on a consistent basis. And there was like the argument that like, well, the police ask people for this footage, and that's kind of a flimsy argument, because a lot of times, they're taking the footage from one person's house that's getting like someone else, in trouble for whatever it is they were doing. But regardless of that, Amazon had given like police like this ability to like press like this, like do like some like emergency, quote unquote, like emergency, like commandeering of and then it's like, how do you define emergency? Oh, cops get to do that. And so after some pushback, that has finally very recently been taken away. And now we're seeing the flip side, where the people are using it against agents of the state.
Yeah.
But all that to say, let's not all of a sudden start celebrating Amazon as the heroes we need.
No, I was going to say, this is the best thing Amazon has done since free 2-day shipping has destroyed the middle class and destroyed all sorts of mom and pop businesses. Who knew we'd be willing to flush the American middle class down the toilet for free shipping?
Yeah. I don't know. I trusted this guy who looks like Lex Luthor to commandeer the infrastructure of the United States.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. The flurry of posts viewed by Forbes over the last week pose a dilemma for the Amazon-owned company. Ring prohibits any posts likely to inflame tensions between users, including those discussing politics and, quote, highly debated social issues. A Ring spokesperson said those rules haven't changed, declining to provide further comment. ICE didn't respond to requests for comments. Okay.
Wouldn't want to inflame tensions.
Yeah.
Couldn't imagine anything worse than tensions being inflamed during this what's going on in our country right now.
Yeah. With mass kidnapping and deportation and abuse.
We don't want anything awkward to happen.
Yeah, we don't want any tensions. We don't. We don't want any. What did they say? We don't want to debate any social issues.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. It appears Amazon is actively moderating posts about the ICE raids. A number that had warned of ICE presence across LA last week appears to have been removed.
Damn.
They included a warning about imminent raids at thrift stores in the city and another about ICE presence at a public community college in Lancaster, California. Another user who asked to remain anonymous said the posts were, quote, 70% helpful and 30% vague or fake. Quote, I worry about people posting just to scare people, they told Forbes.
Yeah, I mean, and that's an interesting factor as well of just like, the chaos of all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, Amazon is moderating these posts, which that's hilarious. Guys, I think I'm shadow banned on my Doorbell app. I keep getting censored on Ring, dude. This is fucked up, dude. That's not right.
That's hilarious.
I'm losing followers.
I'm losing my Ring followers. I'm shadow banned in my own home.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. Yeah. I was hoping to go viral on Ring.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. There are good reasons to be careful when posting on Neighbors or Nextdoor. While Ring did remove a feature where police could request doorbell camera footage through the Neighbors app last year, police can obtain information on users with a court order. Search warrants and subpoenas could be used to demand data from any business with information on those protesting ICE's actions. So they have to get a court order now, but they can still get access to that information.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we're seeing, and it's not just the Ring camera. We're seeing and it's all fueled by what ICE is doing right now. Like a people's whatever you want to call it, counter surveillance state.
Yeah.
Because we got the Ring cameras being commandeered. We got apps like Block ICE. Did you see that?
No.
So this guy made an app to track ICE, keep eyes on them, for the people to use. And it was funny because he got interviewed on CNN. And then so like the Trump administration like completely lashed out at
I saw
we're
that.
gonna arrest CNN.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
CNN's going to jail for a long time for having this guy come on talking about his app.
Yeah.
There's a website called fucklapd.com, and it's a website to use facial recognition on the police because they're hiding their badges. There's one for ICE as well, but from what I read, he needs to update. It's not working as well. It's the cop one, but the plan is to have one for ICE. But ICE is already, using those face masks. So it's almost like a new era of like The Wire. Like I don't know if you ever watched The Wire.
I did.
That's kind of what it's centered around. Was like, okay, this new technology of wiretapping.
Yeah.
And sort of the chess game going back and forth. And now we have all this surveillance state, much beyond wiretapping, that we're seeing this sort of chess game go back and forth as well.
That's wild.
It is.
And yeah, I understand, police officers, ICE agents covering their badges, covering their faces. I mean, what a shameful
Exactly.
thing to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
you're just breaking up families and deporting people. And
Yeah, and these ICE, like God knows where they're coming from. Like, Trump keeps upping the number, thousands more, and then these people sign up and just get deputized immediately to just kidnap people. It's truly, 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 truly insane.